truth just keeps getting more and more unveiled. This chapter of Naruto, god damn, was there a lot of things to explain in this chapter. So, we practically found the whole origins of chakra in this chapter. Yes, it is ridiculous finding out that once upon a time, pretty much to describe it, it was Adam and Eve. You know, if you've ever read the Bible, I mean, come on, someone at least know the story of Adam and Eve. Basically, they were still fighting back in the day, and at the time, this princess, to win the war, took a fruit from the original tree, which was actually the Jubi, Ten Tails, and I think her name was like Kaguya Utsuki. I think the Otsuki thing is like some sort of god from Japanese legends. I don't know. I remember that name from somewhere. And with this ability, she was able to gain holy powers and succeeded in deciding the war alone. And when she gave birth, the first human to ever use chakra was her son, and that human was the sage of the six paths. So we find out how everything came to fruition. Fruition was probably the wrong word, but it's like it's kind of just weird how we've gone from literally just ninja science, which I had to find out God, pretty much that the Ten Tails is just the original God. I find that pretty crazy, and knowing that Madara found out this, and he just felt helpless and saying that, there are no real dreams in this world, Madara. And I can sort of understand that he's just seen like pretty much all of them have just been spreading on the seed of hatred, since that's what the Jubies were doing. Everyone who's been using chakra had been doing that, and that's all what his concept. And he said once the Judy turned into its final form, which is a giant flower. At first I thought it was a dick, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a dick. But once the flower bud releases, it shows an eye inside of it, and it will reflect on the moon, and actually the infinite Tsukuyomi will be complete. And Madara is like saying, the one who would do that is me. And surprisingly, Naruto got caught up in all of this, like through the trees. I thought he was gonna able to escape all this, but it pretty much just drained all his chakra, and he was gonna die, but Saratobi bought out. So I don't know how Saratobi. Maybe it was just because of the Edo Tensei he finally be able to revive himself since he got fucked up. But I thought since it was because of Toby that Obito, that because of like his sage style, that it negated the. I have no idea. It's supposed to negate the Edo Tensei, but plot hole or not, I had no idea, so you guys are probably going to have to explain it. Like I said, when it comes to stuff like this in Naruto, I am completely lost. And surprised is just to see that, Sasuke was just there, staring at him, and Sasuke didn't go to help him, so it still shows that Sasuke, kind of doesn't give a shit anymore, like, he doesn't care. And just how the chapter ended with just seeing, like, you've endured enough, like, the massive flower of despair blooms, like. So, it's not exactly the big finale, final form I expected, just, I mean, a tree. I guess it's sort of based out there since, the wood style has been, like, in place for so long, with Hashirama being God, so the only thing that could really go against it is, God. So that might explain that Hashirama was a lot more of the descendant, and explain why Madara and Hashirama are so ridiculously overpowered, because they're more related to the to the Sage of the Six Paths than they are to anything else. But this was a very hard chapter for me to grasp, really. As you can see, I've read this chapter about 3 times now, trying to comprehend a lot of the stuff that it. So, even though I will say this, you're probably going to get a more detailed review of what happened from another guy's review, but that's my personal gist of what I could grab from this chapter. And a very big chapter, just overall was great. So let me know what you guys think of this chapter, but that's all for me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Remember, Savagezweipanda, sign out, and I'll see you next time, people.